Hello and welcome to episode 52 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, it's the pre-season and transfer special edition, and we've got a lot of work on, so I'll be back in a moment to show you the squad as it stands now. Okay, well here we go then. Let's have a look in the squad screen and see what we've got left after all of the out of contract players have departed. Start with the good news, and that is we have still got two goalkeepers in the squad. The obvious bad news is we have absolutely no strikers. So clearly the focus is going to be on bringing in another left back. We need another defensive midfielder. We probably need at least one more central midfielder. We need another right winger and at least two strikers. So we've got plenty of work to do. I'm going to go now and bring in a bunch of trialists, and I'll show you those once they're in at the club. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, well here are the first batch of trialists. We haven't managed to get in all the ones we went for, but I'll start right at the top and go through them one by one. We've got Harvey Araujo, who's a left back, 2.5 to 3 stars of current ability and up to 5 stars of potential. So one that we could be interested in. If that 3rd star in ability turns yellow, we'll absolutely be interested. Next up is Mirsad Ali, another left back. He's only a maximum 2.5 stars of current ability, so he's immediately going to get released. Meki Horton Paris is another left back, 2 to 2.5 stars of current ability and up to 3.5 stars of potential. I'm going to release him immediately. Next up, Sahid Nalo, and as you can see, he is 2 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential, so he is going to be released immediately. Jack Rogers, 2.5 stars maximum of ability and 4-star maximum potential. Again, he isn't good enough, so he's going to get released. Into midfield, Kian Coleman is possibly going to get an offer. He's 2.5 to 3.5 stars of current ability. If that tips over to 3 stars plus in the 4 weeks of his trial, he will get an offer. Oliver Scarles, the next one, is at least 3 stars of current ability, so he will get an offer. Mark Coutcolon is up to 3 stars of current ability and 4.5 of potential. So again, if his ticks over to 3 stars, he'll get an offer. David Obu is definitely not getting an offer. On to the left wingers. Ethan Ennis at 2 to 2.5 stars, not going to offer him anything. Malachi Sharp, 2 to 2.5 stars, again not going to offer him anything. And Amari Benjamin is another wait and see at 2.5 to 3 stars of current ability and 3 to 4.5 stars of potential. I'll be back in a moment to show you the next batch of trialists after they've come into the club, and the ones that we have made offers to, I'll confirm which ones have been accepted. Okay, well we brought another 6 trialists into the club. Sadly, none of them are any good. I'll take you through them anyway. They will all be released. We brought in Ainsley Scorgie, who's a defensive midfielder, 2 stars of current ability, 2.5 to 3 stars of potential. The next one was Yassine Toure, who's a 2-star current ability and 3-star potential right winger. We then brought in Jaden Davidson, who is 1.5 to 2 stars of current ability, 1.5 to 3 stars of potential, and the next one, Rio Cardine's another right winger, 2 to 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 to 4.5 stars of potential. I'm not going to take the risk on him because of his limited current ability. Will Lancashire is a striker, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential. I am tempted with him, and I am also tempted with Henry Timmy Davis. So I'll release the others, but I'll leave those two and make a decision on them at the end of their trial periods. I'll be back again shortly. Okay, well, we are now on the 18th of July, and all of the trialists have either signed contracts with us or left the club. So time now to focus on what we've got and what we still need. And fairly obviously, I'm going to be looking to bring in another defensive midfielder. I'm going to be looking to bring in another right winger, and I'm going to be looking to bring in at least 2, if not 3 strikers. All of those will have to be loan deals, so I will come back at the end of the transfer window and show you the players I've managed to bring in. I'll talk to you in a moment. Okay, it is now the 4th of August, the day before the new season kicks off, so therefore time to round up our transfer business as it stands going into the new season. You already know about the free transfers of Araujo, Coleman and Cucurellón. So since I was last with you, we have brought in Dean Martin on loan from Dundee United. And he is a 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, 20-year-old Scottish striker. So that's the first attacking reinforcement. We then brought in Junior and Sangu on loan from Blackburn Rovers. And he can play on the left-hand side, behind the striker, the right-hand side, or up front. And is a 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, 22-year-old, and again is going to provide some competition for places without necessarily being a first-team regular. Rob McKenna comes in, another striker, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, 21-year-old Northern Irishman, already capped 11 times by the under-21s. So delighted to have him in on a short-term loan. It's expiring towards the end of January, so hopefully we'll get the chance to give him some game time and see how he gets on. And finally, Tom Clark from Barnsley, another player who can play in all 3 support roles or as a striker, 2-star current ability, 3-star potential, and another one who's going to be a backup option largely. So let's have a look finally at the squad as it stands now, and we've got our 2 goalkeepers, Pim and Jordan Smith, Darnell Johnson and Dinal Simiyu, the right backs, Terrell Thomas, Zach Orr, Michael Stickland, Charlie Robinson as our centre backs, Josh Earl and Harvey Araujo, the left backs, Jensen Metcalf, the only recognised defensive midfielder, but all of the central midfielders can play in there. We've got Josh Vella, Brendan Wiradu, Regan Hendry, Kean Coleman and new signing Mark Cucurellón. The right wingers, Kean Hayes, Tom Clark listed as a right winger, but as we know he can also play up front. Sam Mather and Junior and Sangu and Daniel Fitzpatrick listed as the left wingers, with Nsangu and Fitzpatrick both able to play up front as well. The only 2 strikers listed, Dean Martin and Rob McKenna, who you just met. but obviously Daniel Fitzpatrick is the primary striking option. So those two will be his backup. And that concludes the squad. So I'll be back in a moment to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, so before I leave you then, time to just confirm our pre-season results. We began with a really impressive 2-0 home win over Blackburn. We then beat Crewe Alexandra 3-0, Sheffield United 3-1. Our only game we didn't win was a 0-0 draw at home to Hibernian. We then faced Notts County and beat them 3-0. And then on the final friendly, we travelled to Morecambe and won by 3-2. And that brings me on to what's coming up on the next episode. I'm going to show you the first match of the League One season at home to Portsmouth. I'll then play Stoke off camera and bring you back to show you the away game against Reading in League One. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.